I have had a really, really bad day so far. Woke up quite late at about 12 o'clock because, you know, I was having a bit of a lie-in. And I said to my parents I'd be home at 10, but I wasn't home until 12. And then I realised, fuck, the Toyota department of parts shuts in an hour. I should really go and get, you know, my car sorted out. Because what my parents and various other people had decided I was supposed to do was to take my car to Toyota and go, fix this, because I don't know what these are. And so I took my car out and then went to the bloke and I was like, right, I bought these bolts from you, they're wrong, could you change them so they're right? And he was like, okay, fine, yeah, whatever. And I was like, can you have a look at my car? And he was like, fine. Went outside and he had a look at my car. And he was like, yeah, I can just do this, this and this. And it won't charge you anything because obviously we gave you the wrong bolts the first time and this cost about the same, so you might as well just call it quits. So I was like, fine. And then he was like, okay, we'll have the parts ordered in and we can pick them up Friday. And I was like, that's kind of a bit annoying because I'm going back to uni on Thursday, so I don't really, is there any way you could do it tomorrow? And he's like, yeah, I suppose so, right, I'll put the order down today, and if it comes in tomorrow, I'll let you know. So I was like, okay, fine. And I was like, you're definitely sure this is the right thing? And I had my dad on the phone, like, while I was waiting for the bloke to come back in the parts department while I was waiting by the desk, saying, what do you need me to get? And he's like, so what do you have on the car? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, well, why are you trying to get it if you don't know what it is? And I was like, I'm trying to get something different to what I have now, and I figured just get 4 normal bolts on the car so you can just get them off with a tyre iron and that'd be fine. But no, apparently did it wrong. And so now I have something coming from this bloke. Not 100% sure what it is, but I'm going to go in tomorrow and hopefully he's going to fit them on my car and it's all going to be good. Yes. And then, it was quite interesting. I was like, you know what, I've had a bit of a boring morning with all this stuff, I'm going to go get some lunch. Went across to the business park in Aylesbury, which took me fucking ages to find. I had to use my phone to try and find the subway I was looking for. And I was like, fine, I'll go to KFC. I don't go to KFC very often, I'm going to have me some chicken. Chicken's good. Because I don't usually have KFC, because I usually prefer McDonald's and Subway, and I hate KFC for a really stupid reason, that they just sell chicken. So I said, screw it, I'll give it a go. And so, went there, and I was like, you know what, I'll sit in, you know, I haven't got anything on for the rest of the day, I'll sit in, you know, like, eat my chicken, whatever. And I had the new thing they do, that Godfather thing. It's crap! So bad! I was so massively disappointed with this meal. Like, you know when you want a really good meal, and you're just like, yeah, that'll polish off the day, that'll be good, yeah. But nah, it was crap. It was just like a chicken thing. But the chicken was like that thick and fucking so hot that you're just like, ah! And so it's just, ow. And so as I came out, I saw a guy putting this on my car. And I went to him and I was like, excuse me, do you have to like pay to park here? And he was like, yeah. And then he just didn't look back. And I was like, so yeah. And he's like, oh, is this your car, mate? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, you gotta like get a ticket for 2 hours. And I was like, oh, I didn't know it was a paid parking. And he's like, oh no, don't worry, it's not paid. You just have to get a ticket that says you're gonna be here less than 2 hours. And I'm just like, what is the point of having a parking ticket system if it's free for like 2 hours? I don't understand why you can't just do what like Tesco's and Morrison's and stuff like that do, where they say you can stay here for up to 2 hours, or up to 3 hours, whatever, and then they'll clamp you or whatever if you stay there for longer. That makes perfect sense. This is a massive open business park with, there was like, must have been 20 odd cars there, and I was like, I can understand if it was packed in the middle of like a business day and you didn't want people like taking a piss, and like people that were actually working there could use it for 8 hours plus a day, because that's what they were using for their business. But there's no cars here, and so this bloke is like, oh, I checked in 15 minutes ago and then I came back 10 minutes after that, and I was sat there going, I don't think you did, because I've only been in there for like quarter of an hour. And so he's like, oh, just ring the number. He was an alright bloke, he wasn't a bellend about it. He was like, oh, just call the customer support number and tell them that you didn't know you had to pay. And I was like, that is never going to work in a situation. Just saying, yeah, I didn't know that I had to pay for this parking, so can I not have this fine, please? So yeah, fine. It's not even like a 20 quid or a 30 quid fine, it's a 50 quid fine. It's exactly what I fucking need right now. Whew! On a different note, I'm actually getting quite well on with my packing for uni. But I have absolutely no sense of organisation. I'm literally piling everything into a box, because I'll fill up a box and realise the theme of the box has changed. Because now I have a box that has my electronic cables, a couple of books, and some chocolate spread. Because I found that and I was like, that's like this weird French chocolate spread that I got for Christmas. And I was like, that's kind of nice, I'll stick that in, boom. And so now I had these 2 plastic crates, because I had these 3 crates, like 3 plastic crates that my mum bought me for when I was moving back to, I was about to say back to England then, when I was moving back to Buckinghamshire, and I was like, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my stuff for my new house, like stuff that I don't need here, but I will need in my new house, in these boxes, and then I'll leave them in the corner of my room, and then that way they're ready and willing and stuff like that to be, you know, just straight in the van, straight up to Lincoln. And so my mum decided that she needed to borrow these boxes for something, and so she went up into my room, got the boxes, emptied the stuff onto my bed, just sort of, like, bear in mind these are 3 different boxes, like they contain kitchen stuff, electronic stuff and bathroom stuff, and she was just like, yeah, I'll just dump this on your bed, and then proceeds to use the boxes to transport fish. Like live fish. And I'm just like, oh, you could have, you know, given me a text or something, or rung me up and said, is it alright if I use your boxes? And I'd be like, fine. But then I would have said no if I found out it was to do with fish, but that's besides the point. Those boxes have been sat in my garden for the last 3 months because my mum has transported the fish and poured, like, the fish into the pond, and they're all swimming around, loving life, not realising that the van taxi thing that brought them there now stinks of fish shit and mud. And so my mum was quite happy, like, oh, you can have those back. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to transport electronics and like stuff that I care about, and many items I have actually bought, in a box that smells like fish shit. No thank you. So now I have these 2 smaller, well, 2 bigger crates to transport my stuff in, and they're all done, but then I've been adding boxes, because I thought, oh, it's going to be way less than I transported in my first year, because I know all the stuff that I need. Like, I literally bought like 5 billion spatulas to my first year of uni, and you only need 1, and they still give you free spatulas at Freshers Week, so it's like, what is the point? So now, I have just a box of stuff that I know is essential, and then I've just added crates to it. And I am actually quite impressed with how much stuff I've actually packed, so hey, let's go have a look. Unfortunately, my room's a bit of a mess because of the whole chaos of packing, but essentially, there's a duvet thing there. I might take that, actually. It's like a single mattress thing, but it's like soft and not a mattress. A pair of pants, standard. So there's all this crap on my bed, which is like clothes, hoodie, a bag, another bag, a box which contains folders, which I never used, except there's a couple of things I used in there. And yeah, I bought an Ed Hardy folder because it looked awesome. I never used it in my first year. This is the pile of stuff that I have, which I'm quite impressed with, because I have my 2 crates, which have got all my electronic stuff in, and bathroom stuff and kitchen stuff, so that's all sorted. Then that's got some, I think my Xbox is in there, then DVDs in that one, books in that one, printer stuff in here, and then my little memories box, which I need to add a fair few items to, actually. But oh, it smells all kinds of nasty in there. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to today. I've also been up to looking at people's YouTube channels and noticed that Sophie has now overtaken me in subscribers. And I posted a thing on Facebook saying, oh, it's really nice that you've got all these subscribers until they're really playing anime, and she's like, booyah, in your face! So, it's on, bitch.